While Rolex watches are often seen as the gold standard of investments, not all models are a sure thing. Some might just piss you off with their risk levels. But let's reveal which ones could surprise you. Welcome to Opulent Oasis, where today we're shaking things up a bit among watch enthusiasts. Looking to enhance your collection's value? Stick around. Haven't subscribed yet? Hit that button. Our insights are timely, and you wouldn't want to miss a beat. Here's the lowdown. Some Rolex models aren't the fast track to profit you might expect, despite their sleek charm. Think of it like this. Not every sunny day is perfect for a picnic. Sometimes you're just about to lay down your blanket when the clouds roll in. Let's talk about the recent roller coaster in Rolex prices. They zoomed up before leveling off, kind of like that wild ride at the fair you think twice about before getting on again. This wasn't the norm, but a little market drama can be quite the spectacle, right? Now that the dust has settled, it's clear the tales of the watch market's collapse were more fiction than fact. For those flying solo in the watch flipping game, snagging quick profits is getting trickier. But here's to the veterans of the pre-owned watch world who know the score. They play a longer game, betting on watches that might dip but bounce back beautifully. They ride the market's highs and lows with a seasoned grace. It's just another day at the office for these pros. While it's true that most Rolex watches won't turn you into an overnight millionaire, that doesn't detract from their stellar quality. So let's dive into the Rolex lineup that's been stirring up quite the hype lately. Number 1. Rolex Submariner. Let's dive into the world of Rolex Submariners, where the drama really unfolds. There's been some talk about the brand new Submariners just scraping by on returns. You might nudge past the list price with the steel date Submariners. They're showing a glimmer of hope. But if you're tempted by the steel and gold or all gold models, brace yourself. You might just be stepping into a financial ice bath. Number 2. Rolex Oyster Perpetual. Let's take a closer look at the Rolex Oyster Perpetual. If you've snagged one in a popping color or from the eye-catching Celebration series, you're likely in good shape. However, if you're sporting one in silver or classic black, don't count your profits just yet. Finding a windfall with these is as likely as discovering a winning lottery ticket in the pocket of your old jeans. Shifting our focus to the Yachtmaster, the titanium model is the belle of the ball, fetching top dollar and playing hard to get. We haven't even snagged one ourselves yet. But beware, the rest of the Yachtmaster fleet might just sink your financial hopes faster than you can say ahoy. Pause for a moment. Why not join our Opulent Oasis community? Hit subscribe to stay in the loop. Now let's continue our journey. Number 3. Rolex Datejust. Next up is the Rolex Datejust, often dubbed the Swiss Army knife of the watch world. Whether you're eyeing the understated elegance of plain steel or the flashy allure of diamond-studded pieces, there's a Datejust to match every style. However, don't count on these watches to be your fast track to a financial windfall. They're more likely to trim your wallet than bulk it up. There are a few exceptions, of course. Models with eye-catching blue dials or those boasting unique features might just buck the trend. But pinning your hopes on flipping these for a tidy profit in today's volatile market, you might find yourself doing mental gymnastics as your expectations flip and tumble. So while the Datejust offers a veritable buffet of options, remember, not all that glitters or ticks is gold, especially when it comes to quick flips in the luxury watch game. Number 4. Rolex Day Dates. Now let's turn our attention to the Rolex Day Dates. Here's where we need to cool our jets on those sky-high profit hopes. Typically, these gems aren't the express lane to a financial windfall. There are a few exceptions, of course, certain dials that seem to have everyone buzzing. But mostly, banking on flipping a day date for a quick buck is akin to expecting to find a unicorn at a pony show. We'll breeze through this part because delving into every dial and detail Rolex offers would turn our chat into a tome worthy of a library shelf. Number 5. Rolex Deep Sea. And now let's dive deep with the Rolex Deep Sea, especially the new gold models. Venturing into this territory feels like exploring the ocean depths without a map, adding a luxury flourish to a watch that's more at home with wetsuits than tuxedos. Quite the curious strategy. These watches are bulky to begin with, and piling on the gold only turns up the heft. It makes you wonder, who decided to make the ultimate diver's watch double as a workout for your wrist? Number 6. Rolex Daytona. Time to explore the world of Rolex Daytonas. Remember that legendary Le Mans Daytona? Yeah, the one that's now off the shelves. If we had snagged one at just the right moment, our wallets would be grinning a bit wider today. The steel Daytonas are still holding their ground. Profit margins aren't soaring, but they're steady. Outside of the classics and those special editions with meteorite dials, it's the usual roller coaster, a drop in value followed by a slow, steady climb. Just the classic watch life cycle. Nothing too wild. It's like rewatching a good movie. We know how it ends, but hey, sometimes the popcorn is just as enjoyable. Number 7. Rolex GMT. Let's move into the Rolex GMTs. Unless we're talking about the big names like the steel Batman, Batgirl, Sprite, or Pepsi, dipping into mixed metals or full gold models feels like wandering into a sauna with no exit. Definitely not the best kind of heat. These versions just aren't fetching the premiums they're used to. Sure, we love a good superhero nickname, but not even Batman can swoop in to save the resale value of those less popular variants. It's like trying to sell a comic book with a torn cover. There's a market, but let's be real, it's not exactly what we're dreaming of. Number 8. Rolex Lady Datejust. Now, how about the Rolex Lady Datejust? It's a real head-scratcher why this model ever commanded a premium, especially those diamond-studded ones, almost as puzzling as why we can never find matching socks. At the entry level, the demand makes sense, but stepping up to a full gold version could leave us with a financial pinch that hits harder than a surprise bill. It's like wandering into a fancy restaurant and realizing the prices belong on a gold-plated menu. The allure is definitely there, but our wallets might just stage a protest. Number 9. Rolex Sea Dweller. Now, onto the Rolex Sea Dweller. It's a bit of a mixed bag. Some steel models might barely break even, fetching prices close to retail, kind of like crossing the finish line of a marathon and just being glad it's over. If we venture into precious metals, especially those mixed with gold, we should be prepared for our potential profits to sink faster than a lead balloon. Quick flips in this category often feel more like quick slips, and that's not the kind of excitement we're aiming for. Number 10. Rolex Air King. Next up is the Rolex Air King. The larger sporty models are solid choices, holding their value pretty well. You'll likely get back what you paid, give or take a few bucks. It's those steel and gold versions that can really hit your wallet hard, but as long as it's big, bold, and a Rolex, there's a decent chance it'll keep its value. Just don't expect those hefty premiums to stick around. They're vanishing faster than socks in a dryer. Number 11. Rolex Sky Dweller. Now that we're at the end, let's talk about the Rolex Sky Dweller. If you're not eyeing a steel model with that eye-catching blue dial, whether you choose the Jubilee or Oyster bracelet, don't expect any big premiums. Most of the Sky Dweller lineup is like buying a luxury car brand new. It starts losing value the moment you drive it off the lot. After that, it might take its sweet time to appreciate, just like a Rolex should. So, if you're thinking of adding one to your collection, remember, patience is key. What do we think about what we covered in this video? If you enjoyed it, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment and give us a thumbs up. It really helps us out. And don't forget to follow our channel for more great content. Thanks for hanging out with us at the Opulent Oasis. Can't wait to see you back for our upcoming videos. Who knows, we might even crack the code on keeping socks from disappearing into the laundry vortex.